everyone. You're listening to the Sailing to Success podcast show, where we share practical tips and strategies to help you be more productive, boost your profits, and grow your business. I'm Lindsay Phillips, founder of Smooth Sailing Business Growth, and I'll be your host and captain for this 30-minute excursion. So today we're going to be talking to membership expert Scott Whitaker. He was actually on my show last week, and we talked about the 7 systems of a growing membership business, and I loved it so much that I brought him back, because today we're going to be talking about why people quit your membership program and what you can do about it. So we talk about, different reasons why people cancel, and he shares his 10 steps to rescuing a quitter. Amazing strategies and really good concrete implementable tips. So let's get started, folks. Hey everyone, we are back again with membership expert Scott Whitaker. I don't know if you saw or listened to, the podcast from last week where we talked about the 7, I just lost the name of it. What was it? The 7 steps of?
The 7 systems of a growing membership business.
There it is. It was, I couldn't see the forest for the trees. Yeah, it was such a great conversation. And Scott has so much more insight to share with us today. We're going to be talking about why people quit your membership program. Now, just to give you a little bit more information about Scott in case you missed it last week, he is a membership expert, and he has led membership organizations in both nonprofit and for-profit companies since 1997. And he's actually noted for having built the largest for-profit coaching network for pastors of churches, growing it from 72 pastors to over 3,000 pastors, which is huge. And so, of course, now he has Scott Whitaker Consulting, where he coaches membership business owners on how to get new members, reduce churn, and obviously increase profits. And I mean, with membership programs, the name of the game really is, you want new members, but just focusing on retention. And I guess that's one of the biggest stumbling blocks that membership, based businesses have, right? Is just having members quit all the time and having that turnover.
Yeah, I mean, what I've found is that most membership businesses, the owners, the employees, whoever the team is, they really don't know how to follow up with cancellation requests.
Yeah.
So, somebody comes in and they cancel their membership, or we get an email or a phone call, they want to cancel their membership. So, we just process it, and there's no real process in place, I guess you could say, to really try to help them and recapture them from quitting.
That is totally true. And it's, people don't like those uncomfortable conversations, right? They don't like calling people out, but it's we need to know why they're canceling, right? And I know you have 11 reasons why someone would cancel a membership. I mean, I think it's really important to understand your member base, kind of what they're thinking about, what their objections are, so that you can solve them better. So what are some of the reasons, why they cancel? Yeah.
So let me give you what I consider are the top 5.
Perfect.
One is it costs too much. Somebody says they become a member, they've been a member for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, they say, well, it costs too much. I changed my mind. I need to cancel my membership. And usually this excuse comes very early on in the membership. Mm-hmm. It usually doesn't come from somebody who's been a member for a long period of time. They've, seen the value of it. It's the person who's rather new, just became a member recently, and new being whatever it is for your time frame of your membership. And then they say, well, it costs too much.
Which is funny because they knew the cost up front.
Yeah, they did. And, it's strange. What I tell people is, we think they know what they're going to get with their membership. We would like to think we've communicated it effectively, that they know what to expect with their membership.
Right.
But they really don't. That's what's also surprising, is that they say, well, I really didn't know what I was going to get when I signed up.
True enough, right? People breeze through things, and some people, research the heck out of something and do sign up legitimately, and which is ideal. But a lot of people too are, what do you call it when you're in a shopping line at a grocery store and you grab those things that are right by the cashier's desk?
Yeah.
Flyers.
Yes.
Impulse buyers.
Impulse buyers.
I mean, I'm sure you get a lot, of that as well. Yeah. What are other reasons why? That's a big one.
Another one is I'm too busy.
Right.
Honestly, that's not the reason. I don't have time to go into it really right now, but really when you're told this, the key point on this one being told I'm too busy, really your members are never really going to tell you the real reason why they're quitting.
Right.
And so you have to drill down on it to really find out why they're quitting, even with it being that it costs too much. I mean, they're going to cancel their membership, but then they're still going to go, spend $5 every day at Starbucks.
Oh, totally.
On it. And so, the reason that they're giving you isn't the real reason. So, I'm too busy is an easy reason. We actually have grown this culture of admiring people who are extremely busy and forgiving people who are extremely busy because, oh, well, they're busy. And so we make allowances for them.
It's socially acceptable.
Yeah, it is. And so, we got to have a conversation with them to help them overcome that.
Cool. And what's the next one?
The next one is I'm not getting anything out of it. That's always an interesting one. Really what they're saying is they're putting it on you as if you're not.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah. So, it's I'm not getting anything out of your, membership program. Really what they're saying is I'm too lazy to do something with it.
Absolutely.
So now, the thing about that excuse is you can't come back in and say, well, it's not that you're not getting anything. It's just that you're not, using it. You're not
taking action.
And, I teach membership businesses that you're not responsible for your members utilizing their membership. I want every member to utilize it, and I want to make it convenient for them to utilize it. But ultimately, I can't hold their hand, nor should you try to hold their hand to make them use your membership program.
Yeah.
And so when they say I'm not getting anything out of it, it's an opportunity to educate and go back. And sometimes there is a subtle way. This is an advanced technique. There is a subtle way of getting them to realize that it's not that they're not getting anything out of it. It's that they're not using it. And just by asking them a series of questions where they all of a sudden say, well, no, I haven't done that. No, I didn't do that. No, I didn't do that either. Well, no wonder you're not getting anything out of it. Let me help you utilize your membership. So
love that.
That's the next one. The fourth one is I'm getting too much, almost the reverse.
Oh, interesting.
Anything out of it. This is the one that's really membership overwhelm.
Right.
So, we think as membership businesses, the more we deliver on our membership, the greater the value is. And it's almost this price guilt that some membership businesses have that, here I am, I'm getting X dollars a month from people and it almost feels too easy. So I need to give more and more and more for it. And then what happens is you end up overwhelming your members. They don't know what to do.
They don't know where to go. Yeah, exactly.
They don't know where to go. A very basic example is like going into a gym membership. You just picked up a gym membership and you walk into the gym and there's all of these, all of the equipment that you don't know how to use. All of a sudden, if you're how to use that equipment. Yeah, it's intimidating. You're overwhelmed. Then the final one is I found something else. That's
I hate that one.
Yeah,
how is it better than mine?
I found something else. And, it puts us in a precarious situation a little bit as a membership business because, and I teach this, never put your competitors down. So like if your member is basically saying they found something else, they're not going to tell you, hey, I'm having an affair on you and I'm actually, stacking up with your competitor over here with a different membership. And so I found they're just going to come out and say, I found something else. They're going to be very vague about it. And so you kind of have to softly handle that and say, well, how can I help add the value to what you're currently getting, plus whatever else that you found? How can I come alongside that, and what adjustments can I make to further help you? Yeah. Now, here's one thing I'll tell you. Your competitors are not going to do that. your competitors are going to say, okay, well, I'll go ahead and process your cancellation. But if you were to actually say, you know what, I understand that you just picked up this membership, you make them an offer as to what you would be willing to do to keep them. Maybe it's a half price membership or 2 free months even, just to give them the opportunity to really make a decision about it.
Right.
Stay with your competitor. And I always tell them, I just want you to know, I want to do everything I can to keep you as a member. And I would be willing to say that, it'd be hard pressed for whoever else you're utilizing to be able to compete with what I have just given you, because I really believe in you. I believe in this membership and being able to help you. So I found something else is an interesting one, but it isn't one that can't be overcome.
And I guess that's where you really help, because a lot of people just don't know how to deal with those situations, or what the right thing to say is, or what the right questions are. So they just don't.
Yeah. Really, honestly, what I found is that most membership businesses aren't even having, a conversation. They're not even saying anything.
Yeah.
So, and it is because they don't know. And so I've got the 10 ways to rescue a quitter. And really, the first one is never process a cancellation without a conversation.
Right.
You really, as a membership business owner, ought to be committed that every person who cancels your membership, that you're going to have a conversation with them. Mm-hmm. And, you're not doing it right now because you don't know what to do. And right. This podcast will help you on that. But also, I want you to think about in this regard, if you really believe in your membership program, if you really believe that you're going to help people better their lives, better their families, better their businesses, whatever service you provide for them, get healthy, improve their finances. If you really believe in that membership, then how dare you not have a conversation with them before you process that cancellation? You're
doing them a disservice by just saying yes and moving on.
Yeah, I would say not only are you doing them a disservice, I doubt, I would challenge and doubt your own belief in your own membership. Like, I want you to fight for members. I want you to do everything you can to keep them from canceling. I don't want you to, just write it off as, okay, we lost another member. I want you to see that member. I want you to have some sort of pain inflicted upon you that, oh my gosh, we're losing a member. I mean, when you lose a member, you're no longer able to help them. You're no longer able to influence them, and they're actually taking money from you. So I want you to have a conversation with them. And the other thing I would just add is, I know a lot of the listeners on this podcast, have membership websites. Mm-hmm. Get rid of the button in your membership site that says, just press this button to cancel your membership.
True. It makes it too easy.
I mean, the people who developed that, they're not membership businesses. They're not membership experts. It was some web developer that said, oh, hey, you've got all these cancellations coming in. Let's just put a button in your membership site, and they can just press the button and cancel their membership, and nobody will even ever know. I mean, like, how ridiculous is that?
That is crazy.
I'm not saying don't have instructions in your membership site, or don't make it clear or hide from your members how to cancel. I'm not saying that. I want you to be very upfront. I want you to be above board. But just by saying, hey, email, and having a hyperlink, email Lindsay at this domain, and, let her know that you're interested in discontinuing your membership, then that's a button, yes, but it's personal.
Yeah.
That's going to Lindsay. Lindsay's going to follow up. Lindsay's going to have a conversation. Now, they don't know Lindsay's going to call. They don't know how Lindsay's going to follow up, but it's personalized at that moment. And so get rid of the buttons on your membership site. I hate those things. It's impersonal. And, you might say to me, well, Scott, we've got hundreds of people in our membership. Well, I come from a membership business where we had over 3,000 members.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we processed cancellations. Every single person who requested to cancel, got a phone call, and we did everything possible to keep them from quitting. So don't tell me about, well, we have so many members. Well, that's exactly why you should be doing this.
Because you need that process for your client retention, and that's just part of the process.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first step to rescuing a quitter is to never process a cancellation without a conversation. The second step is to recognize every member matters. I want you to really think like, okay, I just got this cancellation request from this person and they matter. So I want you to go in and I want you to do, some homework on them. I want you to, think about who they are, what their membership, how long they've been a member and so forth. I want you to realize like if they cancel, they're no longer going to be investing whatever the rate is for your monthly membership or annual membership, that all of a sudden this person should get the highest attention from you. Just like if you had a prospect calling you or sending you an email saying, hey, I would like to buy from you. I mean, they're willing to give you money.
Yeah, that's your
like point. The same attention you would give that person, I want you to give the person who's going to take money from you. Because it's the same thing. Like somebody's going to buy money.
Mindset on it.
Yeah. Somebody's going to buy and give you money, or somebody's going to quit and take money from you. They should get the same attention, in my opinion, so that you can try to keep them. So recognize every member matters. Then the third step, if you're taking notes, step 3 is always have a pre-call plan and script. Always have a pre-call plan and script. So you get that cancellation. Maybe it's somebody who calls on the phone or somebody who shoots you an email and you're going to call them or talk to them on the phone. What do you do? Well, obviously if they call you, like they're catching you. Okay. So I want you to welcome them, thank them, and just put them on hold very briefly. Just say, hey, do you mind if I put you on hold, Lindsay, while I pull up your profile and get your membership in front of me? I mean,
I've had people do that before.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, it'll just be a brief hold. Just 2 seconds. Let me just pull everything up so I have it all in front of me. So now you've got them on hold, or you got the email and they're not on the phone yet. You put together this pre-call plan of, okay, who is this? The name of the person calling. Always make sure you know their name. Like I write it down. If I get a phone call and I taught my staff, write down their name. Then what's their business? What's the business name? For those of you who, span geographical locations, it's great to know like where their location is. What time zone are they in? If you're going to be calling somebody, what time zone are they in? If you get in at 9:00 in the morning on Eastern time, like the last thing you want to do is call somebody at 6 a.m. on Pacific time. To process the cancellation. So what is the best time to call? How long have they been a member? If they're like new in your membership program, Lindsay calls me and says, Scott, I need to cancel my membership. And she's only been with me for a month. Like she doesn't know what she's canceling.
Yeah. And there's different objections in that scenario than if someone's been around for a couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, their lifetime value, like how much have they spent with you on their membership? Like, I want you to realize, I want you to see that, because if you can see like, goodness, this person has, spent $650 on with me on their membership. I really need to do everything I can. Or, I know that average lifetime value of every customer or every member of mine, and this person is well below that, then I want to help them at least get to that average. So I want you to know the lifetime value, and then the products they bought, free resources that they may have picked up from you. If you do events, have they attended events? And then I want you to, again, to know as part of your pre-call plan in that script is why this member matters to me. So that's step number 3, is building your pre-call plan and your script.
And I imagine like knowing their history, what they've bought, what resources piqued their interest, what events, it kind of gives you some insight as to what their interests are. You can have you can just connect with them better and have a good conversation to understand them.
Yeah. So, absolutely. If, hey, Lindsay, it's great to talk to you. I just pulled up your profile and I saw that you were at the event 2 months ago. What did you think? I guess that we didn't get a chance to meet there. So, just to ask, what did you think about the event? And make it a friendly conversation. That's something like literally I would say, if I pulled up a profile and saw that they were an event, or, hey, you were on the webinar last week. What did you think about the webinar? We taught about this and this and this. Have you been able to take some next steps from the webinar? Immediately having conversation about their engagement with you and your membership program.
Yeah, because you could raise like, oh yeah, I did have value. Oh yeah, I did do that. It just kind of refreshes their memory of how much value that they've gotten from you. And plus,
Yeah.
you don't want to have a conversation where they're going to feel on the defensive, because you're going to get nowhere.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, this is a friendly conversation. Now, there's an intention behind it, and the intention is I'm going to do everything that I can to keep you from quitting. Mm-hmm. But it's a very friendly conversation, and it is one of help. And I do believe selling is helping. So if I'm going to help you, I'm also going to sell you on this membership,
right?
Or sell you on the membership, which really leads to step number 4, is never have a conversation without an offer. So when you have a conversation with a member who is wanting to cancel their membership, never have that conversation without being willing to make an offer. I want you to be able to offer a good, better, best option on that conversation. So I want you to have an offer that you think, okay, this would be a good offer. This would be a conversation where, if they don't accept my good offer, I'll give them a better offer. Mm-hmm. And then, I'm just going to make one last ditch effort to, give them an all out best offer. So have a good, better, best offer on the table for them to be able to get them engaged in their membership.
That's true. That's a good point, because if they're not engaged, the more they are engaged in the membership, and if they give it a second chance, then they're going to see the value and stay on longer.
Yeah, absolutely. And then what you can do, and this is another advanced technique, is that if they told you, okay, hey, it costs too much, and within your membership program that you've got a resource or a tool that you can help them on that deals with finances, like, why not give them that tool?
Yeah.
So, hey, you mentioned that, you mentioned that, you're needing to, cancel your membership because it costs too much. I want to try to do everything I can to help you out. What if I was to, make your membership half price for a couple months and get you this resource over here? It's about $100. And it'll help you on some of the financial challenges you're facing right now. And maybe between that and the half price membership, we can get you through this difficult time. I mean, the last thing I want to do is let you go. If you're going through some difficulties, I feel obligated to try to come around you and help you.
And it shows that you care.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you just use that phrase and wording and that script that I just gave you, I mean, you're going to immediately see people saying, I'll take that. I don't want to cancel my membership now. Yeah. So,
and if people don't know the options, then they are going to cancel. If they don't know that there's, other ways that your company can help, then it's going to be black and white, right?
Yeah. Well, and we make all these offers in the beginning when they got their membership. So we give people, free trial memberships, dollar offer memberships, buy the membership with a product to get it, all of this sort of stuff. So why not come back to those same offers that you made in the very beginning, and make those offers again as you're trying to keep them from canceling their membership?
So do they have to say yes or no to that offer right then and there on the phone? How do you deal with that? Yeah.
So, obviously they're not anticipating it. So usually if somebody says, well, they're calling you up and saying, okay, I'm not really doing anything with my membership. And you start telling them about the value of your membership that you provide, and you want to help them, and you make them an offer, like, they're going to walk away and say, well, I really wasn't prepared to answer that question. So step 4 is to never have a conversation without a deadline, or never have an offer without a deadline. So never have an offer without a deadline.
Yeah.
And make that deadline there for them so that they'll know, okay, make it a tight deadline, 2 weeks. If it's early in the week, I like to say, if it's on Monday or Tuesday and you're processing, a cancellation, talking with somebody, hey, can you let me know before the end of the day Friday? Would that, does that sound, would that give you enough time? I really don't like to go longer than 2 weeks just because people don't do what they should.
Yeah.
They do what's urgent. And so I want there to be a sense of urgency with it. And I want them to know. And then along with that, now, what I always do is always tell them, okay, if you'll just let me know before end of day Friday, that would be great. But in the meantime, we'll keep your membership active. So then that way you'll all have access to all the benefits that you currently have access to, plus this bonus and this resource that you have over here. I'll go ahead and get that to you. And then, you can let me know by the end of day Friday or by the end of day next week, end of day Friday next week, and we'll go from there. And usually they never follow up with you. Now I'll talk about the follow-up in a moment, but usually they're like, okay, well, I'll keep it. And they start engaging the membership again, just as you've outlined for them to do.
Right.
So then, you've got your pre-call plan. By the way, this is like before you call them. We still haven't even called them yet. Okay.
Oh, right. You're planning it all right.
Pre-call plan. And as part of that, who they are. You've got an offer. You've got the good, better, best offer. You've got your deadline. So now you're ready to have the phone call. You're finally ready to have the conversation. And then that's where I want you to, step 6 is to get to the heart of the matter. Get to the heart of the matter. And that's where we were talking earlier that, really, I want you to find out the true reason that somebody is canceling their membership. It's most likely not the reason that they're telling you, or it's deeper than the reason that they tell you. People almost always join your membership because of their heart. They get some emotional connection. They know, like, trust you. And so there's some sort of heart emotion, that is involved in their decision to join your membership.
Yeah, like your membership is helping them solve a problem or learn something new so that they can XYZ.
Yeah. I mean, less stress, increased revenue, greater time with family, all that sort of stuff. So they're joining your membership because of their heart, but they almost always quit because of their head. Like all of a sudden something is in their head. They're stressed. They've got some personal issue. They're cutting back. They're making a decision to cut back or what. And so it's this, I've decided, it's like I'm putting a stake in the ground and I'm making a decision to cancel my membership. And so I want you to find out the heart of the matter. If somebody's quitting because they're feeling overwhelmed, it's not that they're overwhelmed necessarily with your membership. It could be that they're just overwhelmed with life in general.
True. They have too much going on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could be like, okay, gosh, he's, going through a divorce, kids are out of control, finances are, underwater, all of this. So now it's really not overwhelmed by your membership. It's overwhelmed just by life in general. So I want you to get to the heart of the matter. And then I want you to use what I call our 3 key words. And I didn't make these up. It's actually, I think, by Tom Hopkins. I think it might be in the book, his book, The Art of Selling.
Oh,
but
okay.
He uses the 3 words, feel, felt, found. So somebody says, hey, Scott, I need to cancel my membership because I'm just feeling overwhelmed. I've got a lot going on right now, a lot of personal struggle. I would then say, hey, I know how you feel. I can imagine what you're going through. Others have felt that way too. As a matter of fact, I've had previous members who've called me up expressing, the similar feelings, and they felt that way. And what they have found is that by keeping their membership, we've been able to help them get through this difficult time. And that's what I like to do for you. I'd like, in the same way I've helped these previous members, I'd like to come alongside you and help you get through these obstacles or barriers or whatever it is that they're facing, and continue to keep you engaged in our membership program. And I love this statement that I like to make, because the very last thing I want to do is let you go and cancel your membership when you're facing a difficulty. I mean, the power of that all of a sudden now I'm saying that the way you feel isn't unique. I mean, others have felt that way too. But what they have found is that our membership has been able to help them come out of it. And I want to do the same thing for you. And it's almost that I've got an obligation to come alongside you. So like, I'm obligated to you to try to help you. So
it's got more, You're in line with what they're saying, but you're also flipping it around to the positive and giving them a solution based on what other people have felt.
So it's like, here you are, you're in the middle of the ocean and you're drowning, and you're telling me that, hey, you're drowning and you're wanting to, quit the membership program, but I'm going to throw you a life ring. I'm literally going to rescue you and pull you out of the water and do everything I can possibly to keep you from canceling your membership. And it puts them in an interesting situation to where they almost have to say no to you helping them. You see, anybody can, anybody can say no to being sold to. I mean, that's really what that is. Anybody, you can say no to anybody who's trying to sell you, but it's very difficult to say no to somebody who's honestly, and I really do mean honestly, trying to help you and has what is in your best interest. That's true. And that's what I want you to believe about your membership program. That's what I want you to believe about your members. That's why I told you I want you to know why this member matters to you. Because I want you to have that same inclination of, hey, I want to try to help them and do everything I can to keep them engaged in membership. Right. And that's where you can give them the offer. Yeah. Right. You make the offer. If they say, well, I'm just not sure. And part of it is what using the feel, felt, found. Others have found that by keeping their membership, they've been able to overcome that. So what I'd like to do for you is what I've done for them. And I'd like to give you, 2 months at half price for your membership. And they say, well, I'm not really sure if 2 months would really help me out. Well, what if I gave you 2 free months of membership? Would that help you out? If you gave me 2 free months and I was still will I still be able to keep everything? Yeah, you'll still be able to keep everything that you currently have. You just won't have to pay for this month or next month. And, the membership is on us. We really want to do what we can to help you. And by that time, they're like, okay, yeah, that'd be great. So you utilize the offer then in the feel, felt, found when you come back and tell how you've been able to help others. That's perfect. So then the next one is the next step is actually what happens after the conversation. I want you to always follow up. So, building this out, step 7 is always follow up. You've gone through, you had your pre-call plan, you did all of that and went through those steps. You had the conversation. Now next is follow up. Now, obviously with this, it could be, well, how do you follow up if they, didn't take you up on your offer? And then how do you follow up if they did take you up on the offer? Well, if they did, it's very simple. I want you to just follow up and send them an email and just recap their conversation. Yeah. Hey, it was great talking with you. I'm really looking forward to helping you. I just want to confirm that, your membership is going to be half price for the next 2 months or whatever offer that they accepted. By the way, after our phone call, I thought that this other resource here would be helpful to you. So I wanted to give you this as an unannounced bonus, or, I put this in your membership site, or be sure to check this out. It's already in your membership site. I don't know if you've seen this yet. And just, again, get them to engage the membership as part of that follow-up. Yeah, that makes sense. But then if they didn't take you up on the offer and they said, no, I still want to cancel my membership, I want you to follow up with them and say, hey, hey, Lindsay, I just wanted to confirm with you, or hey, Lindsay, it was great talking with you again. Just know you're welcome back anytime. But in the meantime, I've gone ahead and I've processed your cancellation. And you will no longer be billed for your membership. And at the same time, you're going to lose access to this, this, and this. Tell them what they're going to lose. I call it a pain of disconnect.
Yeah.
And they're going to lose access to this, this, and this as part of their membership. And then, by the way, my opportunity, never use the word offer, my opportunity still stands if you want to take me up on the half price membership or the 2 months free membership, whatever the offer was, just either
That's
give me
a good idea. Yeah.
Put the offer in there again and call to action of how they can get that membership reinstated, and then let them know, you're welcome back at any time.
And then do you, let's say a couple months down the road or whatever it may be, do you try to, because some people, once they cancel, they just kind of let them go and that's it. But some people kind of reach out to those old members, if you will, to try to get them back.
Yeah, that's what I like to call step 8 is build a reactivation campaign. Nice. Build a reactivation campaign. So usually what happens in a lot of membership businesses is, well, they canceled their membership. They're no longer wanting to be a member, so we'll no longer tell them about our membership. And it's almost like they get removed from the promotion of the membership. Yeah. And listen, their circumstances, whatever circumstances brought them to your membership, and whatever circumstances are taking them away from your membership, their circumstances are going to change in 3 months, 2 weeks. Even. They'll want to come back to your membership if it's a good membership. So build a reactivation campaign to where you can get them back involved and include them in your ongoing marketing. But then also, I like to send out like a 45-day either, direct mail piece or letter or email that says, hey, I'm just checking in. And, I'm just checking in with you. A couple of months ago, you canceled your membership. Just figure I'd check in with you. I know during our conversation, you mentioned you were, going through this, and this. And so I just wanted to personally invite you to come back, and we'd love to have you back as a member. And by the way, my gift of 2 free months still stands. You're welcome back. You can still get 2 free months if you want to come back. So have that 45-day, and then follow up that with an email. You might also do a 90-day mailing, we want you back mailing. One that we often use was a boomerang mailing, where we would actually send a boomerang, then a letter with a letter and an envelope that says, hey, we mailed you this boomerang because we want you back.
That's awesome.
Put it in the letter, all the benefits of the membership again, call to action, deadline, and then follow up that boomerang mailing with an email that says, hey, last week I sent you a letter saying I wanted you back. Did you get my boomerang, and follow up with it. So build a reactivation campaign and get them back and recapture them into your membership program.
Yeah, that's a lot of people miss that step for sure. That was great advice.
Yeah, part of it is also just understanding there's a membership life cycle.
Yeah.
I mean, we would like to think that once somebody joins our membership program, that all of a sudden they're going to be a member forever.
It's not real.
That's just not the case. I mean, there's a life cycle to this, and they'll leave you and they will come back to you if you do it right, which is really step 9. I want you to leave an open door. There should always be an open door whenever your members leave. Like I never want you to slam the door behind them. I never want you to get in an argument with your members.
Or make them feel bad or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like, gosh, I can't believe you're going over to that, membership over there. After all that we've done for you, we did this, we did that. I mean, and then you're going to go over and do that membership. I mean, like you're closing the door. I mean, they're not going to want to come back to you. I mean, you're just making them feel bad and guilty. So I want you to leave an open door and let them know they are always welcome back. Now, part of that is they might have some pain of disconnect. If hey, you're always welcome back. Just, at the current membership rate, you were getting a discounted rate. Now, if you come back, it's going to be at a different rate. But I want you to have that open door where there's always an opportunity for them to come back to your membership program.
Yeah, you don't want to burn the bridges, and you want to keep that open relationship for sure.
Yep.
And plus, maybe if it's not right for them, they'll, have a friend or a colleague that, hey, you know what, this membership would be perfect for you.
Yeah, well, you bring up an interesting point. So let's say they've already got a membership, a friend or a colleague in the membership program with you. Like if you get in an argument and you leave a bad taste in their mouth as they walk away, they'll go tell other members.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So don't do that. You better realize they'll get on social media, they'll do something and say, what you did and why people shouldn't be members of your membership program. And they'll tell others, we want the referrals, but they'll also do the opposite of that too. And they'll tell others.
Exactly.
Lastly, the 10th step is I want you to implement systems to keep your people from quitting. Now, if you have already listened to the previous podcast that Lindsay and I did together, you'll know this one. I'll quickly go through it, but I will leave the previous podcast to really explain what those systems are. When I talk about systems, it's not like a software or anything like that. It's not, something technical. It's really a system. If you take the word system, it's really anything that saves you stress, time, energy, money.
I love that acronym.
Yes. So if you were to use that, that's what a system is. So there's the content system. Real quick, that is what you're going to provide, when you're going to provide it, how you're going to provide it in your membership program or your services that you're going to provide. Assimilation is moving your members from sign up to being fully engaged in your membership program. So I want you to assimilate your members. You got to have a marketing system, turning a crowd into prospects and moving prospects into your continuity. Having a retention system, the greater the results and the relationship that your members have, the longer that they'll stay. This is part of the retention system, the 10 steps to keep people from quitting.
Yeah.
I want you to have an ascension system to where part of your offer could be that I want you to ascend your members. If somebody says, hey, Lindsay, I'm not really getting anything out of my membership. And then you start asking questions. They said, yeah, I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I've been to all the events that you guys have offered. I've done everything. And you're thinking, well, heck, they've used everything that we offer them. What I want you to be able to say is, you know what, you would make a great candidate to upgrade your membership. I don't know if you know this, but we've got a next level membership program that is for advanced people like you. And with that membership, you would actually get access to these things of which you currently don't have access to. Right there, you have just turned a cancellation request into a membership upgrade. And don't assume your members know all the different levels of your membership.
They totally don't.
They don't. So I want you to be able to ascend your members. And at the same time, I want you to be able to downgrade. Well, you're at the highest level of membership. Just canceling your membership and losing out on everything. What if I downgraded your membership? You would still have access to this, and this. You wouldn't have access to these things over here, but your investment would be X amount of dollars where currently right now you're investing this. Would you want to keep your membership? They'll descend as part of that. Next is the strategy system. That's going to work on your business and not in your business. That's what we're doing now is we're kind of taking you through some training to go to work on your business. And then the last system is the leadership system that growing membership businesses are led by growing leaders. So I want you to be growing. I want you to be listening to podcasts like Lindsay's. I want you to be reading. And I want you to be constantly stretching yourself so that as you grow, your membership business will grow as well.
Perfect. That is a lot of information, but it's all those different little tiny things that people just don't know how to do, or they don't think about it, or like you said earlier, what you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah, that's right. Again, this comes from processing cancellations, and getting thousands of requests to cancel. And I'm not exaggerating that. I led my previous business for 9 years, and we had thousands of people in coaching, and over the years, thousands of people, canceling their membership, and we were able to rescue them in their time of need and recapture them and help bring them back even after they canceled. And so, I've put this process and this 10-step process together so that you can easily do it and have confidence and know that you're able to actually keep people from canceling and quitting their membership, which, by the way, we've used the word canceling and quitting, Lindsay. Let me just say, you never want to tell your members that they're quitting their membership. Never use the word quit. That's internal language for us. So I would be remiss to just let you go out and start telling people that, well, I don't want you to quit your membership. No, don't tell them they're quitting. Just use the word cancel. That's their language. They understand that. But don't call them a quitter. Nobody likes to be called a quitter.
That is true. But you do have the book, Why People Quit Your Membership Program and What You Can Do About It. How can people get a copy of that? Yeah.
So if you go to my website, whypeoplequit.com, again, that is whypeoplequit.com. And you can pick it up right there off the homepage. It's a little digital book. It's got the 11 reasons why people quit. I do give you some just, brief anecdotes on what you can say. And then I help you a little bit further on what you can implement. And then I also have an online training about why people quit. And you can go to my website there, whypeoplequit.com, click on the resources and learn more about that training.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I definitely recommend anyone who's got a membership program. Scott definitely knows what he's talking about. Even I don't have a membership program myself, but a lot of my clients do. So I wrote some notes and absorbed what you said. So it was, you shed a lot of light and insight on that. So thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. I'm glad to do it. Thank you for the invitation again to be on a second podcast.
I know.
That's a privilege. Awesome. I do not take that lightly.
You had too much to say the first time. And I love this topic because there are so many people that need help with that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad to help and glad to be here for your audience.
Awesome. So that is it for this episode. I think it went over 30 minutes, but that's okay. I'd rather serve and go over 30 minutes than not serve at all. So if you want to check out this episode or last week's episode where I had Scott on talking about those 7 steps, then go to lindsayphillips.com, or of course you can go to my main site, which is smoothbusinessgrowth.com. I've got all my resources there. And of course my Start Here page, if you need any help with your content marketing, blogs, maybe you want to do your own podcast show, we're here to serve you as well. So have a profitable and productive week, everyone, and may the winds always be at your back.